Like you hit a button and it laces it.
That's kind of... Okay, so tell me, you're pissed off. Why are you pissed off? Keep going.
I'm pissed off because they're not mass produced. I want these things. I want them now.
So you're not pissed off at them. You're pissed off because you want them.
No, it's cool that they they actually made them and for real for like charity, but I want a pair and I don't want to pay $1,000 for them because that's what they were going for.
Yeah. At
the low end, I think. So, I mean, it's like those shits were harder to find than the fucking Yeezy shoes. So, so next one's video phones.
This one's kind of crazy because like
it's been out for a minute.
It's been out for a minute, but like it is now like a huge thing. Like I mean, it's a staple. Like if you're calling your mom, you know that's the one thing about you FaceTime. Yeah. You FaceTime your mom because she wants to see your face. If you don't live far, if you live far away,
you probably
she'll love you. So you know, so this is like a big thing. And so, like...
I mean, we're doing this right now.
But what's weird is, like, this kind of stuff has been going on for a while, and I'm wondering where they got the inspiration from. Was it this idea that big businesses used to do, like, video conferences with all the... Like, the CEO would do video conferences, stuff like that? You think that's what it is? Because in the movie, Marty gets fired. Marty's future self gets fired via video conference. That's, like, one of the things.
Well, yeah. Well, he hits the, like... He answers the phone and his boss fires him over the screen. So, like, I guess it's the same thing about, like, mirroring. Like, you mirror your phone to, like, an Apple TV or something. That would be the equivalent of that. I don't know if you can do that, but, anyway. Waste-fueled cars is the next one. And the next beer as well.
Ooh, damn. You gotta catch up.
I mean, we're 20 in, dude. We're only on the first topic, right? Second topic? Let's just get through these. So
hoverboards, we already talked about that.
Hoverboards, video glasses. Happening.
That's already happening.
Pepsi Perfect happened at New York Comic Con. They made 1,000 bottles or something, and they gave him out.
I don't understand. What's Pepsi Perfect?
Read it.
This was a marketing stunt through hardcore fans might not mind. In honor of the trilogy's 30th anniversary, Pepsi is selling a limited number of bottles of Pepsi Perfect. The soda is
of choice in Back to the Future 2015. The bottles sold in the movie for $50 will cost $20.15. Get it? Haha, 2015. Order them online. You cannot order them online. No. It's normalized Pepsi. It's normal Pepsi. It's nothing different. It's just in a cool bottle. I think it's a glass bottle. Cool.
Interesting. Well, shouts out to Back to the Future Day for being Back to the Future Day. This is the only day that it'll ever happen.
Yeah, after this, our childhood's gone.
After this, Back to the Future will forever be in the past. After today. Think about that. They'll never travel into the future. Today was the last day that they traveled into the future.
It kind of sucks because like the part 3 is in the Old West, you know. Part 1 is in the past.
Did you see?
And then this one, and then part 2 is like that kind of sucks, man. Like I really like these movies, and like.
Did you ever see? You don't watch Key and Peele, do you?
No.
They
they're funny as shit.
They are. The season, they're done with their show or whatever. But they had this episode where they have a guy come in. Apparently, he's like a sequel guy, and so all these business people were having a meeting about the next Gremlins. And it's so fucking funny because he goes in and he's like, all right, it's gonna be a kid. Gremlins was great. We're gonna make Gremlins 2. It's perfect. We already got the formula. We know exactly what to do. And this dude, like this Jordan Peele's character, comes in. And he's like, funny as fuck. You gotta watch it anyway. But he says all this crazy shit. He's like, you know what? Everybody's out on their Gremlins. So everybody comes up with these crazy ass Gremlins. And at the end of the thing, like if you haven't seen Gremlins 2. Everything they say, it actually happened in the Gremlins, and it's crazy as fuck, and it's so funny how they like pretended that was the way that they came up with it. But then at the end of that episode, he says, I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go put some cowboys in Back to the Future 3. And it's just like, he is the reason. It's like they made a joke about how he was the reason why all of this stuff was fucked up in sequels, and it was
Oh
so
my
funny.
god,
So
Cowboys.
funny. I'm gonna put some Cowboys in Back to the
Well,
Future
if you could have gone, all right. So if you could have changed where they went in the third part of Back to the Future, where would it be?
3. Ooh, that's a hard one.
Would it gone more in the past? Because I feel like they hit their point with the Old West.
Yeah.
But if they went more in the future, I don't know, man. I don't think it would have worked.
The thing was, okay, first one, it all had like a family, all the storylines happened within the family, right?
Yeah.
So the first one is about the mom and the dad having to meet again because Marty fucked something up. Then yeah, he had them Calvin Kleins on. You can't
Why you gotta
hit on your
man's
mother.
pants on?
You can't hit on your mother when you got Calvin Klein.
You really can't. His mom tried to get it too.
I met Leah Thompson. Speaking of,
Is she cool?
she cool. She was cool. I met Leah Thompson
She's
on a
trying to
photo
get it
shoot.
though.
She was trying to get.
She's trying to fuck Marty.
I was like, she definitely was trying to
to
get with me. She was trying to get with Marty though.
Get that incest
sure.
going.
Anyway, so that one, the second one, had to do with himself and his son's family's disaster. Doc Brown was
Yeah,
like,
so
hey,
his
you gotta
future.
help. So then, apparently Doc Brown went, and then the third one, Doc Brown goes,
Because Doc Brown need to get some pussy too.
yeah, for sure.
Spoilers. If you haven't seen that shit.
So like, all right. I would say, since it's all about family stuff, if they want to keep with that thing,
Yeah, it's a family vibe.
I would say it would be interesting to go back to the first time Marty McFly's family's heritage came to America, and like that era in the colonies and stuff like that. If he has like I don't know where that family's supposed to be, but maybe they're Irish, maybe they're whatever, but
they
like
said that's in the third one, I think, part 3. He's I guess whatever the hell is Irish.
oh, they did say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe instead of the Wild West, it was before that when they
something right before that.
Yeah, something right before that. So maybe he accidentally stops his family from getting on the boat, or something like that. And he's like, oh shit, now I gotta get my family back on the boat. I gotta get my family back to America so
he
we can.
sells them.
Oh damn, indentured servants.
Yeah.
Oh, is this mine?
Yeah, man. I don't know. No, he doesn't. He could sell them, I guess. But
He would have to come up with something.
he married them into someone, marry them into a rich colony family. That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck that. What was the thing you want to talk? Speaking about working your way to be something instead of being being married off or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make your own way. You had something you wanted to talk about.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about specifically my family's perspective of what I do, and then and the success, what they see as success. But we could talk about it in general. Like, if you're in the film industry, especially as an actor, everybody, your friends and family, they all have this idea of what success is. They all think it's like, if you're Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, you're George Clooney.
The 0.1%?
Yeah, you're the top 10. That's what they think success is, and it's really hard for me because I want to impress my friends and family. I want them to know, I'm doing good, and all of my small successes, I want to share with them and all that stuff, but sometimes they don't feel big enough, good enough, or whatever, because, I'm sorry, but, nobody's going to be those people. They are already those people. It's hard to get to that status. Like Jennifer Lawrence or Bradley Cooper, whatever. So they think A-list is success, but what I was trying to explain to them is that if I can make enough money to support myself and do what I love to do, then that's success. You know what I'm saying?
I think so too.
So you do.
I feel the same way.
You don't know. You might not know much about the industry, but if you act in one commercial that's national, let's just say you did a commercial for Pepsi, and it airs everywhere, internet, national TV, whatever, you can make $60,000 that year.
From the one.
You don't even have to say anything. You could just go. You could be in the commercial, taking a sip of Pepsi, and with residuals and what you pay for what SAG pays and all this stuff. So it's just like, okay, if I can make more than a teacher does in a year, working 4 hours of my 4 hours in one day, if I can do that, then I feel like I have some success. But it's not about, for me, it's not necessarily like I'm not trying to prove that's what I want for success. What I want would be to like do what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, as long as that can support me, then whatever. But like, I don't know. Have you had experience with like? Because I'm sure like there's always been doubts with people, your friends and family.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe if you moving to LA.
Oh, dude, me moving to LA was such a long shot. Like, it was like, it was out of left field, honestly. Like, I got that thing with model that we talked about on episode 1. Yeah. And then, like, I moved back home for a second. Because I was done. I worked the night shift on that show, like, for that first season, and then I had to go back home because I didn't know anyone. I only knew, like, the people I'd met that on those nights,
I didn't know you moved back home.
Yeah. It was short-lived.
Okay.
Yeah. So I moved back home. When I moved out here for that show, though, I didn't bring my car. I didn't do any of that. And then I went back home, and then I guess I did a good job because somebody called me and they were like, "Hey, do you want to do this thing? Can you be out here next week?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll be there." So I packed all my shit. This was only like a week after I'd been home. So I was like,
nice.
It was like a short vacation, I guess. Packed all my shit in my car, drove by myself across the country. It was so boring. But did that and apologized to everyone I tried to call and talk to for like hours. That was my bad. I have a problem with that for a while.
Pat
I love calling people. I do the headphones though. I don't hold the phone.
Pat is the only guy friend that I have that will call me for no reason.
This is true. I call everybody for no reason though. I was just like, "Hey, dude, what's up?"
I'm like, "What do you want, Pat?" "No, I just want to see what's up." Okay. Well, I'm busy. So, bro, let me talk to you for an hour.
For real though, like, what about those alien encounters though?
Ooh.
On the phone?
That is funny that you just brought that up. But
dude, those fucking
continue
aliens.
your story. Finish your story.
Anyway.
Talk about aliens maybe later. Another episode.
God, the aliens though. We may have gotten touched by aliens on the phone a couple times. It was really weird. Anyway, yeah. So no, it was kind of weird. I moved out here, did that thing, and it's like, for the most part, I mean, I've had a lot of success, like, as far as staying employed up until recently. Which is like, shit is running dry. LA doesn't have that much work. Like, it has work, but it's, being in this business is you have to know people to get jobs. It's not the other way around. I don't care what anybody tells you. It's not that way. Like, you have to know people.
Yeah.
And you have to know what people are doing. You have to be in touch with them.
You got to be
the
aggressive.
time.
That's the main thing. You have to
Very
be really
aggressive.
You have to, like, if you're shy and all that stuff, you just got to get over it.
Not
and
gonna
just
work.
like,
yeah.
Just get over it. I know you want to be it's shameless to sell yourself and all this stuff, but like you gotta get over your pride. You gotta get over all that stuff and just like.
Just do
beg.
Beg. Well, yeah.
Prove yourself. That's the thing.
Prove yourself.
Not really beg, but you
prove
just
yourself. Like, I mean, sometimes even exaggerate.
Yeah.
What you can do and what you've done, because
when it's all down to it,
you figure it out on the go.
Yeah.
Like, that's it with every single job, every single title, whatever you get, you figure it out when you're there. You don't even try to have a basic knowledge of what's going on, but for the most part, it's when you're in the field, that's when you're going to figure it out. It's not going to be, oh yeah, I've been this type of whatever producer for 5 years. That's not happening.
No.
You're going to be like, unless you have, good fucking ups to you, but yeah, it's not the way it works. Like,
no.
you're going to have to be like, yeah, I've done that before. even if you maybe you haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of fucked me because I don't really like exaggerating. I exaggerate a lot of stuff, but when it comes to stuff I know I can do, like working and whatnot, and titles I've had and what this stuff, I mean, I've been pretty lucky, but I don't like saying that I can do something when I haven't done it.
Pat's told me a couple of times. You said that like you turned down a few jobs that you could have been really good for you, but you didn't. You were too afraid because you didn't know how to do what they were asking you. And like it's a good thing that he did, because like sometimes when you get in that situation, if you do take that job and then they find out you are a bullshitter and you can't do it, then like
you're fucked.
You're fucked. He's gonna tell everybody.
Everybody knows everybody. So
it's like,
yeah, you're gonna be that. It's happened a couple times, like not that many, but it's like I'll walk into a thing and I'll be honest with the people. I'll just be like, I've never done this, but I can do it.
Yeah. And
they're gonna immediately get hesitant. People are very get spooked real easy. So that's it's been kind of cool, but in regards to being like I don't know, recognized as successful or anything, like for the most part, every time when I go home, I get asked like, oh, well, when's your like age mark where you're gonna stop?
Yeah,
like if you're not at some level or something.
People want to set this like
they want to set a time limit on you. Like you gotta. That's the fucked up thing about it. But I particularly think about our generation.
Yeah,
is kind of fucked. Like everything is so expensive to do. It's so hard to get into. Like you can't. Like there's a lot of people that just don't have like trade jobs anymore.
Yeah.
People don't do like metalworking that much anymore. It's stuff like
Yeah.
Don't work on big ass machines. Don't go to these like trade schools around the country to learn a trade. Like they're expected to go to a 4-year college or some community college and get your degree or whatever the fuck you get.
Yeah.
And then try to go into like I don't know, something that's gonna